I love Lamenters. I hate Minotaurs. If I paint good Minotaurs, though, it'll feel good when my Lamenters beat 'em up. Boink. That flew further than expected. Oh dear. One of the defining features of cool captains in Warhammer are capes. I'm working on a Minotaurs captain. I've got him kit bashed from a couple of kits, and you know what that kit doesn't have? A cape. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you all how to make your own cape with Greenstuff. What is Greenstuff? It's an item called molding epoxy. What it is it's two different substances that you mix together. Yellow and blue make green so that it sticks to your model. It's a way to mold custom items onto a model. So we're going to use Greenstuff to make this Minotaurs captain a cape. Let's get into it. That's not the only model we're given a cape. We want to give this assault intercessor with a grenade gun a good looking cape too. The reason for that is this is a pretty unique model. I'm going to play him as the grenadier in Kill Team. So I'm going to make him look fancy. Going to give him a cape as well as some different Minotaur bits. So what should we do for him? We're going to first give him one of these Forge World Minotaur pauldrons and a cool head. And I'll admit, I've been torn between the Greco-Roman style of the Mark II World Eater heads, this cool looking Mark III Imperial Fist head, but I think what I'm going to go for is an Iron Warrior's head I glued a little wreath to. That way it still looks like a Greek-inspired helmet. It's got a tactical optic, which I think will be handy in general for a grenadier. And with a cape, he's going to look real fly. So let's get into it. Sublime. Crackerjack. Now let's open this puppy up. So because it's epoxy, now that we've opened it up, we're going to want to put it in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't dry out after we're done with it. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to cut off a little bit of glue. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut off a little bit of blue. We're going to cut off a little bit of yellow. We're going to mix it together, and then I'll show you what kind of shapes you can make to make a cape. Let's pull out my least favorite tool, the scary knife. As I mentioned in another video you can watch up here, I am scared of the scary knife. That's because the scary knife is scary. It's sharp, so let's go over some quick knife safety. Trick number 1. Don't cut towards yourself with the knife. Tip number 2, pay extra close attention when you're using the knife. You don't want to not pay attention and give yourself a shorter fingernail than you need. Tip number 3, always keep the knife capped when you're not using it. This is a strong cap that you can keep on top of it when you're not using it. I imagine most other knives do the same thing. So if you keep these 3 tips in mind, and you should stay safe. So let's carefully put out a chunk of blue and green. We can take a little bit bigger of a chunk because we're going to be working on 2 capes. Some of you might ask, oh, well, why even use a hobby knife? Why not use something like sprue cutters? They won't cut your fingers. Well, let me tell you, also from experience, sprue cutters don't cut epoxy very well. So we're going to take our blue stuff and green stuff. We're going to mix it together in our fingers. And you can already see it's already turning green. I can also see that I did not get enough for 2 capes. I don't think I got enough for 1 cape actually either. So let's lop off a little more. Oh, I already failed tip number 2. I didn't tap it on after I stopped using it. Learn from my mistakes. Mix it up. Now ideally we want our capes to be thin. Mix it up, mix it up. That's a nice green we got there. Don't know if we still have enough for 1 cape still. I made a little more off camera. Didn't show it on here because I'm a little boring like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to squish it flat, but not too flat. Remember the normal consistency of a Games Workshop cape. That is pretty thin, but not too thin. It's not paper thin. So let's go ahead and roll it flat. You're going to want to take something heavy like a varnish bottle to squish it flat, but something thicker than, say, a paintbrush, or it's going to just get wrapped up in itself. So if you happen to have a tiny rolling pin, that would actually be perfect for the job. Otherwise, we're going to roll it pretty flat. I like the idea of using one of these tiny half capes, so I don't mind if it's just a little bigger than that. It's not going to be as big and flowy as the Blood Angel's Captain cape, but that's fine by me. So, now that our piece of green stuff is about 1.5 inches long, we're going to go ahead and carve a trapezoid. We want some room at the top for the neck. I'll just draw it in here. We want some room at the top at the neck. We want it long and wide, and then we'll just jag off the bottom a little bit. So, let's go ahead, and then we will use our sharp, scary tool, cut it in place. So, let's do that now. Firmly grasp it, and just slice off the top. Doink. There we go. We'll go ahead and slice that bottom bit. Then we'll slice the left side. We'll go back and cut the right side. And if you can make a jagged edge, you're amazing. If you're like me, I bet you $1 you can do a better job of it than I can. All right. Now we're going to put cap on our knife, and then we're going to scrape that off. You did a good job rolling pinning it if it's stuck to your little cutting board. Nice. Now this is a me thing. Now that it's in shape, you sometimes do it once or twice more just to elongate that shape a little bit. I'll do that once here just to show you what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's good to scrape off. Once we scrape it off, we're going to crimp it to the back of the power pack. There we go. I added a little bit extra damage to it because he's a battle-worn captain. He's going to be actually showing off a dead Lamenter head in his power fist. Going to be real metal. So let's crimp that a little bit, and then we'll stick it there on his back. And since it's flowy enough, we can pose it a little bit. And fam, that thing's got way too much of my fingerprints in it. Government will use it to track me down and make me pay taxes. So I'm gonna slip this off real quick and then give it a run once more with our rolling pin. Beautiful. There we go. Made it the shape I wanted. Got those fingerprints out. So we're just gonna crimp it to the back. Make it look nice and flowy. There we go. Now that is a fearsome captain, cape blowing in the wind. So now that we got that done, let's do a quick editing trick to give one for our Grenadier too. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Now he has a cape. And as you notice, we've also crimped it in a specific manner because of how thick the epoxy is. We try to keep it, thin enough to be a cape, but thick enough that it'll stay in place. It looks like the cape is flowing behind him as he charges into battle. I just dropped that there, so let's show off how easy that is to fold and crimp, and there we go. It looks like it's flowing fiercely in the wind as he charges into battle to steal some stuff from a poor Lamenter. I like Minotaurs that look good, because it'll feel rewarding when my Lamenters kill them and steal their stuff. Haha! Vengeance! Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Have you ever made a cape before? Have you used green stuff for other little kit bashes before? What's your favorite Warhammer model you've ever kit bashed? If you'd please let me know down below, I'd love to read your stories. And if you click on this video right here, Google says that you'll love to watch it. Hey everyone, hope you have a fantastic afternoon. Stay safe. Adioski broski. Bye.